Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Wanted to talk a minute about dieting, okay? One thing I always see a lot of people do is drop the weight way too quickly. And what happens? It looks like somebody took a straw and stabbed it into the back of your head and then sucked all the fat in your face just gets sucked back and it looks real bony compared to the rest of your body. And you just show a lot of veins and you just look emaciated and your face and everything looks like, just crazy. Okay? That's why I always stress when you are dieting or bulking, take your time. It's not a race, it's a marathon. Okay? You don't want to sit there and diet to the point that you are just so lean in your face and the rest of your body looks like, what's going on? Your head doesn't look like it belongs to your body. So I can't stress this enough. When you are dieting or bulking, please take your time. What I do when I diet with my macros and I'm cutting down, I like to slowly come down. I like to slowly gain. So if I start bulking in December and I have my body weight times my macros at 1.5 and my carbs, say I'm 200 pounds and I'm taking 300 carbs and 300 protein and 100 grams of fat, just for an example, I will sit there and I will utilize those macros for the entire month of December. Now, at the end of December, going into January, if I am still gaining at a good rate, 1 to 2 pounds, maybe 3 pounds a week, I will sit there and leave it until I start to stall or plateau. Then I will increase. But what I like to do and what usually works for me and my body type, again, do what works best for you, but just as a suggestion, I like to take my macros, whether I'm cutting or bulking, and do 1.5 times my body weight for an entire month. The next month, I will either increase or decrease to 1.75 or decrease to 1.25 times my body weight for an entire month. And the reason I do this is because you have December, January, February, March, April, May, June, okay? Start of summer weather. That's 7 months. 7 months is a lot you can accomplish, okay? So if you're going to bulk for say 3 to 4 months and then you're going to cut for a couple months, you have time until you hit July and August, okay? That's usually when people go to the beach, all right? And that's when you want to look your best. So don't think that you just have to rush into it, all right? And don't wait till the last second. Take the time to set out your macros and your training. Look for the long-term goal, but use your short-term goals to stepping stone into what you want at the end, what you visualize yourself as, okay? So if you start planning now, you will succeed later on. So I will do an entire month at 1.5, and then I will go to 1.25 for a month, okay? And then I will go to 1.00 for a month, and then 0.75 for a month, and then 0.50 for a month, and then 0.25 for a month. And then before you know it, seventh month is around, okay? June. And that's when you're down to 0.5 times your body weight. And then you can start implementing, like I said in my other video, a refeed day and keeping your macros in check. And you will be able to go to the beach, lean and shredded, and you won't look like you just dieted fast as you can, dropped everything in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, that's these people that sit there on YouTube land and on the forums and on all these pages and articles and say, oh, you can get this body in 3 to 4 weeks, give it this little bit about amount of time and this little amount of time. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, you will gain the weight back and you will have poor results. Okay, do it right, do it the proper way. All right, you could do it whichever way you want to do. This is the way that works for me. Okay, that's why I'm advocating it as the proper way, because technically it is. All right, there's no shortcuts in life, and if you're going to take them and try to rush to get results, you're going to have piss poor results at the end of the day. Okay, so take the time, plan accordingly, track accordingly, set your macros, always adjust them, go by the scale once a week only. Go by how you feel and how you look in clothes, look in the mirror, how your overall sense of being is, okay? And that will set you up so that you don't look like somebody popped a straw in the back of your head and just sucked all the fat out of your face and the rest of you is looking like, what happened, okay? And another thing I'm going to discuss in this video real quick, there is a lot of misconception that you can target where your body loses fat from. And I'm going to say this, no, you cannot, okay? If you have a belly and you're toned everywhere else, you can't say, well, I'm just going to start doing a lot of ab exercises and that'll burn the fat right there. No, it will not. You lose your body fat wherever your body decides to pull from first, and it will slowly disappear as it goes. Now, for most people, with women, where do they hold a lot of fat at? Their thighs, their hips, their butt, their stomach, backs of their arms. Guys, pretty much the upper chest, the stomach, and around the donut, okay? The love handles. Got a lot of love in there, all right? And when you start losing weight, it's going to come from where first? Usually your arms, your face, the upper part of your body, your shoulders, and your legs. And then what happens? You start getting critical of yourself. You're thinking, okay, I look really good. And then all of a sudden, what's happening? I look like I'm gaining fat. But what you have to realize, and this is why I say to take progress pictures, is that as the rest of your body shrinks, your stomach and those areas where you're holding on the weight that didn't look like they were so big a couple weeks ago, as you're leaning out, it's going to make those areas look more problematic. It's going to make those areas stand out more, okay? It's no different than having a classic car and you're restoring it. And once you get a paint job, all the trim around the windows and everything that's all beat and corroded and has issues is going to really stand out, okay? It's no different. And then you're going to say, oh man, it needs so much more work. Well, it's no different with your body, okay? It's a slow process, but it is effective and it works. It's not a race, it's a marathon. So when you lose weight from all those other areas on your body, of course, those areas that you have the most fat are going to stand out. Don't think that your training isn't working. Don't think that you're not making progress, because you are. I promise you are. I used to feel the same way. And what happens is you get, oh no, oh no, oh no, I can't do this anymore. It's not working. Well, it is, okay? And in a week or two, maybe 3 weeks tops, that's going to shrink down a little more, and then you're going to look more balanced and even out. And then it might happen again where the rest of you gets real lean, and those areas that are just holding on for dear life, your body's just holding on for that fat for dear life. It doesn't want to let it go because it's stubborn. You will eventually lose it and you'll be fine. But don't think that you can target fat. Don't think, oh, I have really big arms, I'm going to start working my arms out more. No, it doesn't matter, okay? You might be able to offset it a little bit with having bigger muscles in those areas, but at the end of the day, you know, it's just like the big football players. You know, they have the big, bulky, wide bodies and arms, and they look muscular and big as hell. Well, okay, once all that starts to get taken out of them, they're going to shrink down in size, okay? It's no different for you. So once your body starts feeding off of your legs and your arms and your shoulders and your face and everything, you're going to notice those problem areas a lot more. And give it time, it will balance and even out. Okay, guys? So don't freak out. I used to do the same thing, and I was always worried. And then there was people out there saying, oh, well, if you do this and you do that, and you take this and you take that, you won't have this problem, and you can do it in 12 weeks, or you can do this, and you can target where you lose fat. No, you can't, okay? You cannot target where you lose fat. Your body decides for you where it's going to pull fat from first, and it's usually from those little areas where it's not packed on. And if you have areas where it is packed on, they are stubborn areas that will take forever to come off. But if you do proper nutrition and you keep with your cardio and you keep with your training and you always evolve it and do what works best for you, you will have results that you want to see. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please drop it in the comment below. Your next question or idea could be my next video. If you're not a subscriber yet and you like what you see in here, along with this video and my others, please consider subscribing. I'll be posting videos all day, every day. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, Fit Fam.